What if I told you some of the strongest people you'll ever meet didn't start strong? They had to become strong way too early. No applause, no safety net, just life throwing punches before they even knew how to dodge. If you went through a lot in childhood, emotional neglect, pressure, chaos, or responsibilities that weren't meant for a kid. This video might feel uncomfortably familiar. Psychology shows that people who endure a lot early in life often develop rare traits most others never do. Not always obvious, not always glamorous, but powerful. Here are 5 rare traits found in people who endured a lot in childhood. Trait number 1, you're emotionally observant. Almost like a human radar. You don't just hear words, you read the room. A slight change in tone, a forced smile, someone being fine but not really, you notice it instantly. That's because growing up you had to pay attention to emotionally. Shifts to stay safe or prepared. So your brain learned to scan people like Wi-Fi signals. The downside. You overthink sometimes. The upside. You understand people better than they understand themselves. Trait number 2. You're fiercely independent sometimes. Too much. You don't like asking for help. Not because you're arrogant, but because you learned early that help wasn't always available. So you figured things out on your own. Bills, you'll manage problems. You'll handle it. Emotional breakdown. Quietly. Later. Alone, psychology calls this self-reliant coping. But let's be real. It's the mindset of someone who had to grow up fast. You're strong. Just remember, needing support doesn't erase that strength. Trait number 3, you stay calm. In chaos, while others panic. When things go wrong, most people freak out. You go quiet. Your mind slows down. You assess. You adapt. Because compared to what you survived as a kid, this situation, it's manageable. This is why people often rely on you during emergencies, even if they have no idea why you're so composed. The chaos feels familiar. .com is something you learned, not something you were given. Trait number 4, you feel older than your age always have. Even as a child, you probably felt out of place. Too serious, too aware, too mature for your age, while others worried about games. You worried about real-life stuff, emotions, responsibilities, consequences. Now, as an adult, you might struggle to relax the way others do. Fun doesn't come naturally, but wisdom does. You've lived multiple emotional lifetimes in one body, and it shows. Trait number 5, you have deep empathy, but strong emotional walls. You care deeply. You understand pain. You feel for people, but letting others get too close, that's harder. Not because you don't want connection, but because your nervous system remembers what happens when trust isn't safe. So you balance empathy. With distance, you'll help others heal, while quietly guarding your own heart. Psychology calls this protective attachment. You call it survival. Here's the part most people don't talk about. These traits didn't come from weakness. They came from adaptation. You didn't break. You. An emotional intelligence most people never develop. If this video felt personal, you're not alone. And no, there's nothing wrong. If you survived, and that survival shaped you in rare ways. If you want more psychology-backed insights like this, you know what to do. And remember, just because you grew up fast doesn't mean you stopped growing.